हरे कृष्ण। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीमद्-भागवतम in story form, chapter 101, 101. Krishna pleases his devotees. Canto 10. For many days, Krishna heard from Uddhava about his visit to Vrindavana, and he was very happy to learn that he had been able to console the people there. Then, desiring to bring her to the platform of unalloyed devotion, Krishna went to the house of the servant girl Kubja, who was also known as Trivakra, and who was troubled by lust. Arriving there along with Uddhava, Krishna saw that Kubja's house was very opulently furnished and decorated in such a way as to excite the lusty desires of a man. There were fine beds and sitting places. The walls were decorated with sexually explicit pictures, and the air was filled with the fragrance of incense, flowers, and aromatic sandalwood paste. When she saw Krishna arrive at her home, Kubja quickly got up, and along with her girlfriends, she repeated respectfully received him by offering an excellent seat and various articles of worship. Uddhava was also offered a nice seat, but he simply touched it as a gesture of respect and then sat on the floor. Without wasting time, as one does in such situations, Krishna entered Kubja's bedroom and made himself comfortable on her opulent bed. Kubja prepared herself by bathing and then dressing very nicely, decorating herself with jewelry, garlands, and perfume. After drinking an intoxicating beverage, Kubja came before Krishna, chewing betel nut, but being shy at the prospect of a new lover. As she stood there, playfully smiling and glancing coquetteously, Krishna affectionately pulled Kubja by the hand and made her sit next to him on the bed. Kubja's only pity was that she previously had supplied sandalwood paste to Krishna, but that was sufficient to purify her of all sinful reactions, making her eligible to enjoy with him. She then took Krishna's lotus feet and placed them upon her breast. Simply by smelling the fragrance of Krishna's lotus feet, Kubja became freed from all material lust, and then she embraced him tightly in her arms. Thus, Kubja worshipped Krishna by her profession and thus fulfilled her long cherished desire to have him as a visitor in her house. Kubja then said, "O beloved, please stay with me for a few days so that we can enjoy together. O lotus-eyed one, I cannot bear to give up your association." In response, Krishna said that he would certainly fulfill all her desires, but he would not stay longer since he rarely visits the material world. Krishna then returned home with Uddhava. Next, Krishna fulfilled his promise to visit Akrura's house, taking with him Balarama and Uddhava. Seeing them arrive from a distance, Akrura stood up. Then, when they arrived, Akrura bowed down to Krishna and Balarama and embraced Uddhava. All three offered obeisances to Akrura in return. Akrura then had his guests seated, and after washing the lotus feet of Krishna and Balarama, he sprinkled the water on his head. Akrura then presented the two lords gifts of fine clothing, sandalwood paste, flower garlands, and valuable jewelry. After thus worshipping Krishna and Balarama, Akrura bowed his head to the floor and catching the two lords' lotus feet, he placed them on his lap and began to massage them. Feeling great satisfaction, his eyes filled with tears of joy, Akrura said, It is our good fortune that you two lords have killed the evil Kṛṣṇa and his followers, thus delivering your dynasty from endless suffering and enabling it to flourish. Just as the primary elements, earth and so on, manifest themselves in an abundant variety of moving and non-moving beings, so you, the one independent supreme soul, appear in unlimited manifestations. You are that very same Supreme Person, and you have now appeared as the son of Vasudeva to relieve the earth's burden. Today, O Lord, my home has become most fortunate because of your appearance here. Please quickly cut the ropes of my illusory attachment for children, wife, wealth, friends, home, and body. All such attachment is the effect of your illusory material energy. Throughout the Bhagavatam, we find descriptions of the Lord's simultaneous supremacy over all other things and his identity with them, which was described by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, inconceivable simultaneous oneness and difference. Also found throughout the Bhagavatam is the combination of fascinating pastimes with spiritual philosophy. We are allowed to glimpse and even relish the spiritual emotions of the Lord and his devotees, while at the same time we are constantly reminded of our position and that of the Supreme Lord. Krishna smilingly replied, "You are our spiritual master, paternal uncle, and friend, and we are like your sons, always dependent upon your protection, sustenance, and compassion. Exalted souls like you are worshipable authorities for those who desire their actual welfare. Demigods are generally self interested, whereas saintly devotees are not. Holy places, sacred rivers, and demigods purify one after a long time, whereas saintly persons like you purify one just by being seen. I want you to go now to Hastinapura and find out how the Pandavas are doing. When their father died, Dhritarashtra brought them along with their anguished mother to his capital. However, the weak-minded Dhritarashtra has come under the control of his wicked son, and so the blind king is not treating his brother's sons fairly. Go and ascertain the actual situation, and then we will make the necessary arrangements." After instructing Akrura in this way, Krishna returned to his residence along Balarama and Uddhava. Hare Krishna.